Hey there, if you're a CEO, founder, or operator trying to drive real business value with AI, you're in the right place. This is AI Operator, the show for people who are done with the hype and demos and AI content that sounds clever but doesn't change anything. We're here to drive real business value and make change. We focus on practical use cases, real workflows, and how to operationalize AI inside a business to save time, improve output, and drive actual returns on investment. So there's less geekery and less hype. It's more practical. And this episode is one of the most practical that I'm going to do on this channel. And it's all about how to drive real business value. This one, we're going to do a scheduled task with Claude. So Claude just released scheduled tasks. And we're going to have a look at this synthetic data that I've got here. I've just generated some data so that we can drive some insights from it. Now, if you are a business builder, CEO, executive, and you want to have a look at some data and you want to analyze it, reach out to me. I'm on X at Michael Pullman or podcast at oneaipod.com. So I've generated some synthetic data. This is for a delivery company that's delivering all over Chicago. So you can see we've got some columns here: delivery ID, service nights, stop sequence, customer ID, receiving, zone, neighborhood, delivery window, all sorts of data. It would take us hours and hours and hours to sit down and actually drive some insights out of this data. So we've got planned drive time, actual delays, so on and so forth. So pretty good data set. I reckon we can drive some insights out of this. Now, I haven't done this before. This is unscripted. This is untested. So we're just going to learn it together. You're going to see all of my mistakes. But that's how we learn, right? I love being wrong and making mistakes because that's how I learn. So I've got Claude in the background over here. There's Claude running Sonnet 4.6, which is a model that's really good at language. We're going to go across to Cowork. So for this, you need a max plan or a pro plan on Claude. So let's knock something off your list. Okay, Claude, what are we going to prompt it with? We're going to say, I want you to analyze data in a spreadsheet. You're a logistics manager. You're looking for patterns where specific customers take longer to deliver goods to, so that we can talk to them about making the process more efficient. Site-specific examples. Also, we're interested in trucks that are delivering slower than others. Look through this data and find some insights we can use to drive change to make us more efficient. Okay, so we've got a prompt there. I want you to analyze data in a spreadsheet. You're a logistics manager, give it a role. You're looking for patterns where specific customers take longer to deliver goods so that we can talk to them about making the process more efficient. I want you to cite specific examples. Also, we're interested in trucks that are delivering slower than others. Look through this data, find some insights we can use to drive change to make us more efficient. Okay, that's a pretty good prompt. Now we want to schedule it. /schedule. Now, the last time that I did this, it came up with a /schedule. Let's try putting it at the start of the prompt. I'm not perfect. I'm still learning this stuff just like you guys. Schedule. Interesting. Okay, so it's not allowing me to schedule it. Let's cut that and go /schedule. Right, okay. So why don't we try updating Claude? Restart to update Claude 1.15368. That would be what? This is how we learn. Okay, Claude should be updating itself. Here it comes. Okay, I copied that prompt and saved it. There you go. Now look, I type /schedule. Create a scheduled task and be run on demand or automatically on an interval. Okay, that's what we want. We want a schedule. We'll paste our prompt. We're going to choose Opus 4.6. See, it's most capable for ambitious work. Sonnet is most efficient for everyday tasks. You could use either. I seem to get the best results when I use Opus 4.6. So let's try that. We'll also add a folder. So we will choose a different folder for Claude and we'll just put a folder on our desktop here. This is data analysis trucking company. Create. Open. Yes, we want to allow Claude to change files in data analysis for the trucking company and always allow. I trust it on my computer. All right, you ready? Let's go and see what it does. So Claude starts up and it starts to look through the systems. And sometimes these can take a while. They might take 2, 3, 4 minutes. What's it saying? Before I set up the schedule task, let me check whether the data you're working, what data you're working on. I forgot to upload the folder. So let's put that in the folder. I'm going to clean up our desktop here. There we go. Where did I put that folder? Data analysis for the trucking company. Oh, I put it straight in my home folder, that's why. Okay, there we go. We'll grab this, we'll put it in there. Okay, it's now in the folder. So it was asking, it said, hey, I know you've got some data. Where is it? It's in the folder. This is going to be a daily analysis. So it's got smart enough now that it can recognize when there's missing pieces. What time should the daily analysis run? Let's do 6 a.m. That makes the most sense, right? Overnight delivery data. And here it goes. Let me first get a look at the data so I can write a well-informed prompt for the scheduled task. It's writing its own prompt for the scheduled task. So now we don't even need to write prompts for it. I have had success though with using ChatGPT to write prompts for Claude. So that would be something to experiment with as well. Okay, there we go. 1,000 deliveries, 36 columns, rich timing data. Checking the key fields for the analysis prompt. You can see this little counter comes up occasionally and it says that it's using a particular number of tokens. That's using my usage. When you're using Claude, it's using part of your usage every day, but that's okay. That's why we pay a couple of $100 a month for this, right? There you go. Okay, so daily analysis of Chicago truck overnight truck delivery data. Identifies slow customers, underperforming trucks, and actionable efficiency insights. Good stuff. All right, we'll schedule that. Now, I want you to run that analysis on that data as an example for me. Here's what I set up. Task trucking efficiency analysis runs daily at 6 a.m. Each run will analyze that and produce a markdown report. So what you could do is download the data into Google Drive and it'll automatically pick it up from Google Drive on your computer. Top 10 slowest customers, top 10 worst performing trucks, and geographic hotspots. One thing worth noting, since there's currently a single night's data, that it will keep analyzing the same data set until you add fresh data, of course. All right, now I want you to run that analysis on that data for me as a one-time task. There we go. So you can see it created the scheduled task for us, which is super cool. And think about how powerful this could be in your company. If you've got a report that has to be generated for a meeting, or you just want to deliver insights to yourself as a business owner, this is how you do it. So progress loading and exploring the delivery data. So it's going to bring it in and explore it. There it goes. 1,000 deliveries, 31% on-time rate. We looked at that before. It's analysed the slowest customers already. It's analysing truck performance and delays. Identify geographic and operational patterns. And by the way, if you've got some real data that you want me to analyse live on the show, I'd love to do it. Also, if you just want some help with AI and everything, just DM me on X. I love having conversations about pushing the boundaries of AI. Now, I don't do consulting or anything like that, but I am willing to help. I love this stuff. Pushing the boundaries of what you can do with new technology is super cool. Okay, so what it's done is it's identified some patterns, and now it's said, okay, it's running this MD. See the .md file? Writing delivery efficiency analysis.md. And it's giving us a character count as it goes. So what it does is it analyzes the data and sort of ingests it all and figures out, okay, I think there's some patterns here, here, and here. And then it writes a file that says, okay, when you need to run this task, when you need to analyze this data, here's what you should look at for itself. And then once it's done that, then it generates this markdown file. And I didn't prompt it to come up with a Word document, but we could ask it to produce a Word document of all the analysis. But let's see what comes out of it. Should be really interesting. There we go. Here it comes. Now, if you've seen this video on LinkedIn and you think it's useful, share it with somebody. Just share it with one person. Okay, let's have a look. Headline numbers aren't pretty. 31% on-time rate. Ooh, that's not good. Delays cascade badly through the night shift. Lucky this is synthetic data. Customer South Loop condo receiving is 62 minutes per delivery because of shared freight elevator security sign-off. Every single one of its 10 deliveries had an issue. Furniture depot had on-dock congestion of 20 to 21 deliveries, burning 7 truck hours. Ouch. Truck sides, CHI 22, 7 and 14 all hit 0% on time with 100-minute average delays. 22's first stop traffic snowballed into a 258-minute delay by the end of the route, a cascade failure. Big structural finding, delays compound relentlessly throughout the shift. Early evening stops 85% on time. By 3 to 4 a.m. it's under 19%. Fixing the first few stops on problem routes would have an outsized downstream impact. All right, let's open it in text edit and see what it came up with. Oh yeah, that's not bad. I don't like that. It's too hard to read. That report is too hard to read. Can you produce it with suitable formatting in Word, please? Always use please and thank you. I was taught to by my mum and dad, and I think this might be conscious at some point. So I want it to know that I value what it does by saying please and thank you. I know it's silly. We can't help but anthropomorphize this stuff. Synthetic intelligence. At what point does it not? Is it no longer synthetic? At what point does it actually become intelligence that we can use and talk to? And I mean, we can do it already, right? That's something that I need to show you is if you haven't used ChatGPT voice. That'd be an interesting one to show you. I use it all the time, driving in the car, taking notes. Anytime when I was taking voice notes, I now use GPT voice because it gives me feedback in real time and can summarize what I've said. Here it goes, building the report. So we're 14 minutes in and we've got a Word report coming out. While it generates that, customer analysis, what's slowing it down? There's another problem. Customer type patterns, not all customer types are equal. Storage and outlets, average 32-minute service. Condo receiving, 30.9 minute service with 23% issue rate. Hotels are the fastest with a 10% issue rate. There you go. So storage and outlet are the biggest offenders in terms of slowing down our deliveries. And who's running behind? 22, average delay 146 minutes. never on time. All of these were 0% on time. So much good stuff in here, and it comes out with recommendations. I'm just going to pause this for a moment while it builds. And we're back. Okay, that was a pause for 2 minutes, so it didn't take very long at all. Here's our report. I'll open it in Microsoft Word because it's everybody's favorite tool for viewing documents. There it is. Getting into view here. Okay, Chicago overnight delivery efficiency analysis. This is super cool. Look at that on-time rate, average delay, issue rate. It just delivers it for you in a really actionable format. Executive summary: 2 customers are burning time. 3 trucks had catastrophic night. Delays cascade throughout the shift, and elevator and dock issues. There you go. So customer analysis. These are our customers that we need to talk to about being slow. Customer type patterns. Different types have different problems. Truck performance. Individual trucks that are having problems. Top performers for comparison. Look at that, average delay 2.9 versus 146. 2.3. Oh man, I'd love to do this with some real data. Okay, geographic hotspots. We've got some geographic hotspots causing delays, as you'd expect in Chicago, downtown core. Cascade effect, and then we're seeing that it shows a cascade effect. Dock waits are going to cascade most frequently into major delays. 41 minutes, late night deliveries. Yeah, so there's a huge problem with this data. All right, recommendations. Fix the South Loop condo receiving elevator problem. Address, like you can see, these are super useful recommendations. And rebalance truck utilization. Like, if I was a business owner and I was delivered this, I mean, we've been paying, as business owners, we've been paying consulting companies tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars for exactly this data. And now we've generated it in 17 minutes. So there we go. That's how you use Claude scheduled tasks to scan data and deliver actionable insights. I think that that's going to be huge for business owners who pick this up and actually use this. Business owners, executives, anyone who's in a situation where you've got data that needs analysis. That's it for today. If there's anything else that you want to know about how Claude works or how ChatGPT works or one of the frontier models, and you've got a real business use case that you want to run some analysis on, reach out to me. I'm Michael Pullman on X, or you can just send an email straight to podcast@oneaipod.com. I'm Michael Pullman. Thanks for being with me.